So today's video is all about an experiment gone wrong, how I was able to salvage some of it, but it's a learning experience all the way around. So this is the fire journal that I am currently working on, the fire signature of the spellbook journal. And I had this in my head that in order to make a cover for it, I wanted to make like a fake leather, black leather or something. So tissue paper, plain old tissue paper, black tissue paper, my cereal liner, cereal box wax paper. I put down a layer of Mod Podge, put my tissue paper down, Mod Podge over the top of it. That on theory sounded great. The problem was, as you can see, the paper ripped. This is another piece of it. Again, a great big hole in it. It's really delicate, and I was not nearly delicate enough with it. What I did discover, however, is that because I was doing it on wax paper, it gave me a shiny side. So I have a matte side and a shiny side, and I really like the shiny side. And also where I didn't get enough Mod Podge down on the wax paper to begin with, I got some dull spots, some that are just plain tissue paper. So it was a fail to a certain extent. I thought, okay, there has to be a way to salvage this. I have these little boxes. One of my meds comes in these little boxes at the moment, and I've been saving them thinking I would make a little journal, and I thought, here we go, this is the time. So I took the part of this that was not ripped and decided to try it as a journal cover. And it came out beautiful. I Mod Podged the box, put this over the top of it, Mod Podged the top of this, let it dry, turned my ends in, and then put another piece of this on the inside to kind of cover up all the black, all the pieces on the inside. And then just for giggles, I took some red tissue paper and put it in on the outside. This is going to be a goth journal. It was what I actually intended the spell book to be, and then changed my mind partway through. There is a spot here, you could, I don't know if you can see, yeah, I think you can, that where it's not glossy because, again, that I didn't quite do it right. But I figured when I finish doing the cover, I will do that. Because it's a goth journal, it's all black inside. I did just the first page. I tried a pocket because I was curious to see how it was going to work and what sizes I had to use because it's small. This is the smallest piece that I've worked on. So I put a little bit of lace there, a little bit of ecru lace, and just a little, that's not real, this is just for playing around with to see if it fit. But the big thing I wanted to try was a sewn seam, a sewn in binding. I have not tried this before. I went to Michael's today and I bought cording, wax cotton cording, thinking that was going to work perfectly, especially because it was black. I thought this would be perfect. I went and got my largest needle out. I have these from years ago. This does mattresses and seat covers and carpets and heavy work. And I couldn't get the cording through the needle. I have no need. This is the largest needle I have, and this would not fit through it no matter how hard I tried. So I was watching a video on how to do this, and this, by the way, I wrote it down because I couldn't remember. It's called the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, because I have 3 holes on the outside. Actually, 3 holes on the inside as well. These are 3 holes. So it's a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. And she was using embroidery floss. And I thought, really? I have so much embroidery floss. When I was in Girl Scouts, way back I started it probably in 1968. I think I finally finished it in 1979. I had to do a sampler in order to get my embroidery badge, and I had to show proficiency with a certain number of stitches. I had a good time. I went to Sibley's in downtown Rochester. Up on the 6th floor, they had embroidery classes on how to do the different stitches. I went every Saturday for, I don't know, 5 or 6 Saturdays, and learned how to do the embroidery. So I have done lots of embroidery over the years. I find it relaxing to do at times. It's really fun. But it's tedious and time consuming, and if the project is too big, I get bored with it. So I don't always finish what I start because I get bored with it. It's just too big. In any case, I have an entire tin filled with embroidery floss. And I found this. This was some that I already had. It's JNP coats, excuse me. And it's 6-ply cotton, I think. Yeah. So I used that, and it worked beautifully. I'm hoping that I have not torn anything, but we'll see. So I'm going to put this journal together periodically as I get tired of working on this is almost done. I do want to show you all 3 of the pieces together. It's huge. I have the air signature is complete, the sky or heavens signature is complete, and the fire signature is very near completion. I did several pages the other day. I decided to leave this one mostly blank because I really like the pattern in the paper. I did a little flip up thing here. I made some new tags and put the little twine thingies on it. And I did this one yesterday, and I've decided to leave the rest of that open. So I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the back. And I already know what I'm doing on the back. So, but it's almost done. This was a 40-page piece. Each of these is 40 pages. So when you put them together, this is a huge journal. This is a big boy. So we will see what happens with this. This will be for sale when I have completed it. This one will be for sale. The goth one will be for sale when I have completed it. But look at the difference. Okay, you can't even see this one. It's in the shadow. So, you know, when you look at it, it's much, much smaller. This one's 8 inches tall. I think this one was not even 6. It's like little over 5.5 in height. I have not cut my tags yet because I don't know if I'm going to leave them or if I'm going to try and find a charm or a key or something to put on there. I don't know what that binding is, or what that's going to be, and I don't know what I'm going to do I think maybe a bit of lace around it. I have this black lace, so I thought maybe I would do, I don't know, something around it. It doesn't show up very well, so I don't know if I really want to use the black lace or something else. Anyway, that's where we are today. That was my experiment gone bad, that I managed to salvage at least something out of it. And that's, keep playing, keep having a good time, play safe, and this is Cindy signing off.